have you gotten the chance to see the Clark sisters movie? This is my review on the movie. Stay tuned.
Where's that? Yeah. Come ya. Hear me now. Me.
First of all, I want to say, and I don't think anybody has said this in the beginning or in their reviews, that this movie was filmed in Toronto. Yes, it was filmed in Canada. And guess what? Your girl was in it. Yeah! Yes, that's me right there. And I have to say that particular scene was cut. There was much more to it. The deleted scene, I can give you a background. That particular scene, they sang the beginning part. It was beautiful. Oh my God. I was sitting there, I'm like, they really singing. I know Kiki Sheard, so I know she can sing. But the rest of them, I was like, oh, they all are really singing. Beautiful. And it was so funny because all of us are there and people are worshiping, people are worshiping. You can't help but worship. And they actually, the first cut, they cut, but then people were still worshiping. And I guess the director and whoever else realized that, you know what? We're going to let them go a little bit longer. So each time they did more cuts, they just let it go. They just let it go. And Dorinda actually gets off the stage and she starts preaching. And she comes down and she starts preaching. And I was in different takes. I was the first person she prayed over. And some other cuts, I was the second person she prayed over. So I didn't know if it would actually make it to film, but it didn't. So that's fine. At least I'm standing behind Maddie Moss Clark, praising and worshiping the Lord with my hands upraised. I was really worshiping, trust me. Anyway, I have to say, looking out the window right now and it's snowing. Anyways, I have to say that while on set, I was in that scene, and I was in the scene where Maddie Moss Clark told Karen that she was going to sing the solo, and she was like, Mama, you sure I can do this? And then she went on stage and Maddie Moss Clark handed her the mic and she was like shaking her head like this, and then Maddie Moss Clark started singing and then she gave her the mic. I was in that scene, but you can't see me, I'm further in the back. But again, powerful scene. They basically showed that entire scene. There were no cuts in that one. They everything was filmed and shown in the film. Now I must say, great film for what it is. Great film. I have to give credit to Aunjanue Ellis. I believe I'm pronouncing her name right. Aunjanue Ellis. Oh my gosh, girl. Even on set, in between takes, she was still in character. Oh my gosh, she was even going off script at times. And I was like, man, I gotta tell you, disclaimer, I did not grow up with Clark sisters. I knew certain songs, but I grew up in Church of God, West Indian, church. I didn't know about Clark sisters until, like, I would say into 2000, late 90s, 2000. That's when Karen started to do her solo stuff, and I knew her, and then I knew of Dorinda. Heard Twinkie's name, but Jackie, Nisi, I don't know. So watching this movie, can you hear all the whistling? It's snowing. So watching this movie, I took it for what it was, a movie. But this is where the review and the critique comes in. If I'm watching a movie that is, I know it's about somebody's actual life, I'm going to be like, okay, I need to know the ins and outs. I need to know if this is true. I need to see something. I know there's something behind. So, and I already watch a movie and dig in, whether it's fiction or nonfiction. I always dig in and really think of the character and think what they could have done. Again, Aunjanue Ellis, oh my God. I knew of Maddie Moss Clark, and I didn't know a lot about her, but I just knew that Aunjanue Ellis was doing a fantabulous job at this character. Oh my God. Okay? And to hear other people like Kiara Sheard and even the Clark sisters, I saw a video where they were moved. They were hugging her. I guess they were moved by what they saw. So I guess my assumptions were right that she did a phenomenal job. Everybody else, I loved the character of Twinkie. I loved the actor that played her. Not sure of her name. I'll put her name down below. But I just loved her. Now, the movie for what it is was good. I wish they had shown where Maddie Moss Clark got her toughness from, where that kind of character came from, because obviously that is a foundation of who she is. She's a tough cookie. I'm not talking about the shoe throwing and all that stuff. I'm talking about she had to get that from her toughness, from her straightforwardness. Where did that come from? She always like that? Did she get that from her parents, grandmother? Who did she get that from? And there were certain scenes that I was like Karen in the hospital. They didn't say what she was in the hospital for, but talking to a friend afterwards, they said, remember, she had a gastric bypass. And I was like, oh. But I'm like, why didn't you put that in the movie? To me, it took 4 scenes. That part was 4 scenes that they could have deleted. If you're not going to say what it is, then why put those scenes in there? It didn't make sense. It took away from any other scenes that they may have deleted, i.e. mine. I'm joking, but I'm not really. It's true. They could have done with it if they're not done without doing those 4 scenes. If you're not going to say what operation she had that she was close to death on. Like, there's many people that don't know anything about the Clark sisters and want to see this movie, and they're like, okay, what surgery did she have? Because a lot of people didn't know. They were guessing. I feel it was imbalanced. I think they showed a lot of Niecy's, not shortcomings, because I understood Niecy in the movie. I understood Niecy where she was coming from. I don't think she looked bad. I think they made her look bad because they showed Niecy's, I guess, bads, and they showed Twinkie's bads, but they didn't show anybody else's bads. The only bad they showed with Jackie is the fact that she went to the house in pants and Maddie Moss Clark shut the door on her. And then, and then showed the fact that she's not really a Clark. She's a Cullum. She's not really a Clark. Okay? And that was evident in the beginning, although I didn't understand it. They didn't really portray that properly. They tried their best. It was confusing for a lot of people, but again, my friend told me, no, because she's not a Clark. I said, oh, okay, I get it now. I get why there would be that thing between Denise and Jackie. Anyways, I feel there was an imbalance. And personally, what I got from it is because I know that Karen Clark Sheard, Dorinda Clark Cole are the most popular Clark sisters because they went on to do solo albums and, popular. They're very popular. I mean, I think all of them did solo albums, but they were most popular. And I think they have a reputation to uphold. They have churches, all this. So they're not going to air out their dirty laundry. And to me, I think that was not really good. I could tell that in certain scenes, I'm like, give me a little bit more. There's some stuff that's missing. Guys, I'm saying this. You're saying, what could they fit in 2 hours? They could have given one-liners here. They could have told us that she had a gastric bypass. I mean, they could have said some things instead of saying, oh, you just shy, Karen, you just shy. If you have low self-esteem, Karen, then say that. You have low self-esteem. I don't know. I'm just guessing. But I'm saying there are little things that could show the depth. Did Niecy really blow off the contract and carry on like that at the contract signing because her mama didn't watch the kids? I don't think so. There's more to it, but there wasn't enough shown. Now, if you want to be fair, then spread this out. Expand it to a 4-part series. Come on now. Do this for me. Spread it out into a 4-part series. That would have done justice and showed everything. Don't you agree? I believe it would have shown everything. I wanted to see more. I want to see more. We could go back to the drawing board, We could go back to the drawing board and do this film again. I really believe we can. I think it's only fair. I really believe it's only fair. So as I said, there's an imbalance. Now, after watching the movie, I had to dig. Guys, I had to dig. And my suspicions were correct. That, I will say this, and it's out there. Niecy's son, Larry, he's actually portrayed in the movie, the little boy. And he said, a lot of it is true. What his mom went through and what his mom did, a lot of it is true. But he said what I said. There wasn't an imbalance. It wasn't fair. They showed all of that. Okay, if you're going to show all of that, then show everybody else's mess, And I'm like, come on, people. Be fair. Don't do that. You're going to show all of Niecy and get her misunderstood, make it look like something it wasn't really. And then you're going to show Twinkie's mess. And even the part where Twinkie got into a nervous breakdown, apparently it wasn't her that got into a nervous breakdown. It was Dorinda. I don't know. That's what was said. That's what was said. You can look up Larry Clark online, on Facebook, on Instagram, and you will see some video of it, even on YouTube. You will see some videos of his where he talks and he straightens out a couple of things. And he sounds very fair, so I believe him. I believe him. He was very fair in it. He was like, why air out all of this, but you're not going to air out everybody else's. And he actually said in when Maddie Marsh was sick and, he was living with her at the time. And I feel they could have added that. I feel they could have put that in the movie, And I guess this is what they should have said, based on a true story. And I don't know if they said that or inspired by, because then you would know some of this story is not really true to form. You know what I mean? So I was like, for what it was a good movie. I'm just a person that I like, if you're gonna if you are gonna do a movie on someone's life, do it true to the story. I just appreciate that. To me, yes, I know you want to add like a little flair to it and add some climax and whatnot, but even in the truth of the story, it's still a good story. So I'm like, why change it? Like, why not just say what Operation Karen had? Why not just say who actually had the nervous breakdown? Why not just say, why not just show the full of what is, if you're even going to touch on it? Why just touch on it and just go? Touch on it and just go. Denise blew up for a reason. And obviously there's still unresolved issues between the sisters even now. And I come to realize and know more about the Clark sisters now. I appreciate Twinkie. I identify with Twinkie. Oh my God, I identify with that character so much, because I myself was in that same place where I did for my mom, and I grew up in the church, and I was that person who served in the church, served in ministry all my life. And I looked back and I was like, damn, what the heck? What happened? That part, it touched home for me. It touched home for me. And she's underrated. And I think she's a sister that gets stepped on, to be honest with you. I saw it in the movie, and as I'm looking at stuff, I really feel that, because even in performances, even though I know she's playing the piano, every time I seen them perform, she way over on the other side. I mean, way over there. If you watched Aretha Franklin's funeral, you see the Clark sisters, and my girl took this way on the other side. You see the mic in her face, like right here. You can barely see her face. And I'm like, why does she always get the short end of the stick? Why not bring the piano or do something, like bring some keyboard or something like that closer up so you can see all of her, you know what I mean? Because she's the writer of the song. She's the inspiration behind Clark sisters. She's what she needs to get her props, man. Trust me. She needs to get her props. So that's my review. I just love the fact that it was filmed here. I wish people would recognize that more. Anyways, fantastic job, ladies. Wonderful job, Aunjanue Ellis. Oh my God, I want to see a movie with you and Viola Davis together. I think it would be powerful. I don't care what it is. I'm watching. I hope it's a drama. I hope it's a drama, not a comedy. I hope it's a drama because I need to see y'all together. I need to see y'all together. I am a fan. Now, you did a fantastic job. Oh my God. Oh my God. Anyways, if you have not seen the movie, go and watch it. It's online, various places. Various places online. I think it's on YouTube. But whatever. It's out there. Watch it. I hope you appreciate it. And see what I saw. I'm not taking away from the movie. I just feel it was an imbalance, and y'all need to do right by Niecy. Y'all need to do right, because I'm hearing some things, seeing some things, and it's panning out to be true, and that ain't right. And I understand sibling rivalry. I lived it. I know. But y'all are up there, man. Y'all are up there preaching and singing and all that stuff. Set the example. Don't y'all think y'all are old? Don't y'all think it's time for y'all to make bygones be bygones? Everybody wants to see y'all come together and have a reunion. Call Ayanla. Yeah, that's how you pronounce it, I think. Call her up. Get some counseling. Get together. I'm rooting for y'all to get together. All right? Be blessed, y'all. Mwah.